Hey guys, it's In the Place to Be, and I have brought you something completely new that I've never done before, I've never thought about doing before, and it is a challenge video. Originally this was going to be a 3-marker challenge, however, I do not have the equipment to record that, nor do I have the patience to be able to sketch something like that onto my, on a large sheet of sketchbook paper. I don't want to go through editing all that. But instead, I changed the challenge up a bit. It's more of a strict palette challenge. I let somebody choose a few colors from the palette, and that's legit what I had to use. So kind of like a 3-marker challenge. I let someone use 3 colors from a swatch I gave them, and the person who chose them for me, their user handle was InkPen. You should follow them on Instagram. I will link their stuff in the bio, the description. And they're amazing. They're really good art. I love them. They're great. So check them out. So for this challenge, I decided to draw Princess Bubblegum because the palette that I was given was pink. It was a lot of pinks. Marker compared to the digital version was a whole lot lighter and vibrant. This one was a lot more monotone, and it was a little bit dulled. They had kind of more earthy tones. However, it just seemed really nice to the eye, and aesthetically it was very nice. I got the pose, which was inspired by another artist on Instagram who I will link in the bio. They're very great. They're great at art. I love their art and everything they post. So you should also give them a follow and check them out. Let's see. So for the first part, as you can see, I am doing my line art in black like I usually do. And it's like whenever I do art, I usually do the line art in black, and lately I have been coloring over the line art to give it more of a painting feel. Not to be an actual painting, because that's not what I'm going for, just to make it, to me, look more sleek and more pleasing to the eye. However, just plain black line art and flat colors also looks nice. Because with this challenge, I was limited to not having as much shades or not having as much as I wanted. So I couldn't exactly give it that sleek painting feel like it had. I just looked something more of my old flat color drawings, which is also great. I love flat colors and they look very nice and they look very sleek and everything's cleaned and it looks amazing. I was actually really happy with how this came out. There was only one flaw, which you will see at the end, is that it came out really great, but on her high tops, I forgot to color, under her shoes, I forgot to color white. So since it being a PNG, since it's being it's an invisible file, I forgot the actual term for it. But since it's like that, it just came out as black, which was not what I wanted, because sometimes I'm used to just not coloring at all because my sheet's already white, so I don't have to worry about it. Still, I'm very happy at how this came out because it came out a whole lot better than I expected it to come out. And yeah, so once I finish this line art, I'm going to do a little background stuff. It's a simple circle really. So I'm going to go through the swatches that I have chosen out. I was picked 9, 7, 6, and 17. They were all pinks, variant colors. So what I used was 6 for the background. And 6 was like a bright pink. It's actually a bright pink in the marker, but however, digitally it just kind of looks more like a raspberry color. For Princess Bubblegum's skin, I decided to use 9 because it was lighter than the other colors. And when it came out on my computer, it came out kind of like a peachy color, like flesh. It just seemed more natural, so I was like, okay, this is great, I can use this. And I was really happy at how it was starting to come out. Also, if you want to know what the swatch colors I was using for my markers, they are I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Bianyo set. They're alcohol-based markers. You can get a 72 pack on Amazon. I will give a link in the description for that pack as well, because they're very great. I've had them for a very long time. This is not sponsored at all. Not like, it would be. They're just great and I use them a lot. They're fantastic. So I continue to color her out. I don't add any blush. I do add shadows. So for the shadow part of this, I just take the color, since I can't layer it like I do with markers, I just take the color and bring it down a little bit so it can just be a little darker. And the palette is still very strict. I don't have much to work with aside from, doing what I have to do with this color. But still, I think it came out fairly well. with like the slight shadows I was giving it. Not much. You know, stuff on the nose ridge, where her hands are folding, where her leg is going over her other leg. Very small stuff. Yeah, and I'm very proud at how it came out. You know. So after I finished that, after I finished all the shading on her hands, on her skin, basically, I am going to move on to her lip as soon as this is finished. So stick around for that. So for her lip color, I ended up using number 7, which was it kind of was dulled out. Again, it's dulled, but it seemed very nice. No, not 7, I used number 17. And I used 7 on her pants, which gave it more of an orange color. And again, on the marker, it's like a bright, vibrant pink. So I was surprised at how it came out, like an orangey, peachish color. Not like a peachish color, but more of an orange color. But it still looked really nice. It looked more natural than, like I was saying, it was very fluid. It gave me more variety than I expected it to be, because if I did it just with a marker, all the colors would look the same, and I'm glad I did it like this instead. So for the hair, I used 17. It's dull, of course, but it looks really nice. I would have never used these colors. I would have never even thought about using these colors ever. To be honest, I would have never thought about coloring with these, or even, going near them. I would have never thought about this. So this, in hindsight, I would definitely do this again, because I was so happy at how it came out. So also for highlights and such, all I did was just use the color I already had, brought it a little bit brighter. You can see in my old art, I didn't really ever do that. I don't think I ever really added highlights. If I did, it was really sloppy. I'm glad I've grown a lot since then. But yeah, I just bring it like a little lighter and then sketch out little highlights on her hair. And yeah, and if you haven't noticed, this is more like a modern version of Princess Bubblegum, because I didn't want to just draw her typical gown. I don't draw dresses all that much. If anything, I draw a lot more pants and stuff, just because they're able to do a lot more with them. Dresses are fun to draw though. I do love drawing a good ball gown every now and then, sketches and such. So as you see, I am adding the highlights, which is fun because I've never tried this method before. I usually just do something quick, because if you go to my Instagram page, it's in the description below. I use a white pen and I just kind of add little marks everywhere, and it usually looks really nice. It makes it look, kind of bouncy and shiny, like it's supposed to. I continue to add shading to the hair with a little darker color, but for the most part, this stuff is kind of just a flat color. It's not that detailed as my other works are. As my new works are, to be honest. I'm coloring her little sweater with a lighter version of 17, so I'm still kind of in the 17 zone. I just kind of brought a little lighter, then I ended up shading that. And every time, I don't know if you notice this while looking at my speed paints, but I always sometimes turn off the line art. Sometimes, just because I want to see how it looks, and I'm always just like in awe, like how sometimes neat it looks, and I'm like, if I wanted to, I could totally just make this a painting, but I don't have the time for that. So yeah, I never said I couldn't use white. I am using white for the socks because I just felt I couldn't just leave them. It's like if I left it blank on a sheet of paper, but I couldn't leave it blank because it's invisible PNG. For the shoes, I used 6 again, and I used 7 on the little heel part. And again, I said I forgot to color the bottom of the shoe, but it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, that was my challenge video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you.